Hello viewers, welcome to Liberty Online TV. Me na Mohamed Kamara, and today I dey at the office of the Minister of Sports, where I dey to am for we can talk on several issues relating to sports in the country. Hello ma.
Hello, me na Augusta Teima, the Minister of Sport.
Madam Minister, we know say for the past years, people be on the look at and say people more particular, or the ministry more particularly, they pay attention on football than other sporting disciplines. And not just football we also get other sporting disciplines in the country. And you don't take up the mantle as the Minister of Sport. How you want for change and turn things around?
Thank you very much. You know, over the years, it's not just like 2 or 3 years. It has always been like that. Say the focus on football. Yes, we understand. Football is also sport. And in any case, even Mama said we born boku pikin. Anyhow, you get one elect past others. So Sierra Leoneans naturally like football past the other sport.
Okay.
But that not limits the Ministry of Sports to just football. When I came in, that I see they go on. But a lot of plans have been made around it, because as I speak to you, I'm a specialist in sport and not just study football.
Okay.
I study a lot of other sports where you put together for make a holistic view of sport, because in this world you have different people, you have different talents, and you have different things also to do in sport. So one thing where already then at the table is how we go able for bringing all the sporting associations then to task, make them wake up and not just feel say na football no more, na they inside sport.
So is it that the other sporting discipline not been on the wake up all this while?
Well, what do you mean wake up? And then wake up because certain things and they where you get for put in place, like we're talking about transformative leadership now, wherein you got to do what is right to make things work out. And the only thing we for stop you probably in finance, and even that self, you foresee I will look out of the box for make it work. I tell them, say one thing we have to see is how the sporting disciplines should be seen, you know, displayed or executed nationally first in this country. Okay. See, these are some of the things you have to put in place. For make people then as alone know, say, yes, this sport they exist first, but before you they talk about, you know, even going abroad, you know, but if you right now today we are starting the Premier League. You see, and it's telling us that football is actually touching across the nation. It can start with a competition where they touch every district, and people know that football is on. These are the kind of things we want to see in other sporting associations themselves.
Okay. Yeah. Recently, we see a press release where the commander from NSA together with the Ministry of Sports, we are in a great concern. We get to do with the appointment of Hamidou Karim. And according to NSA, they say SLF will not be passed through the right procedures.
You were quite right. And before NSA, they talk that now we put up that kind of resistance, because we are talking about, well, it's government money that is being used to pay coaches. Okay. And you have to go through the due process, advertise the position, then more coaches then come. Then we see them, then we assess them, then go through interview. May we choose the best out of it, so that even the coach self will go eventually be the one way for be the national coach will not say it's a serious thing that they're doing. It's not that just like a joke. Okay. It's serious, it's taxpayers' money, and they for put interest and commitment in that. And going through such a process begins to tell you that you got to be very serious. But for make you just say somebody been done to do this for doing back, no, it's not good. So because in the VAD, you're not going to even get the best. Okay. You see, and we need the best because people love football, and we need the best to come out to coach and give us the best at the end of the day. So now we're not there against Hamidou Karim and team, but they have to go through the due process. So see them here this morning, before they come. Yeah. You know, just to talk to them, to know that they have an Herculean tax, a big tax, where people they look up to them for change the scenario.
Is it that the position still maintained with?
No, they are acting. They are acting now. They are acting as a national coach, and not yet full or substantive. And after, because the time not been there, been too short for make we do, you know, they may go for friendlies time to develop the team. And because of the time too short, we don't want to bring anything we will disturb the process of getting the team ready for the World Cup qualifiers.
Okay. Yeah. So the Premier League will start today, the Sierra Leone Premier League.
Sure.
So how the ministry don't support, you know, the FA for one this particular league?
Thank you very much. We the ministry always supervise for make sure say the things that where Sierra Leone Football Association association. We know say football association is autonomous, but we as a government, we also have a role to play, because whatever be the situation, is they are existing in Sierra Leone. And two, we are the ones really, supervising them as a country where they defend themselves. And so we need for day and make sure say waiting there in black and white, all agreements with teams, all agreements with even the sponsors should be manifested. And one big thing they put your foot down now, the discipline, because when I come, I see a lot of protest letters. And at the end of the day, before them protest, and they could be handled, the last premier been undone. So we talk to them and explain what happened. So some of those things that happen, when we're able for address, we don't put onto them. We don't get series of meetings, and we don't put onto them. And we do go now for every competition, we'll make sure say there is a representative there for look and see what's in the go on. And we don't say let complaints be very, very, very prompt. Sit down and complain, say where the thing almost done and the thing and the car with complaints, then it will not be effective. So all anything and they we don't set ourselves ready for watch and say and make sure say everything go on fine. And also as a government, they would slap her for push and see how we will get other sponsors to come in, because they what I would say, the budget that was made for this was so high. Say sport is expensive, and if you're talking about Premier League, which cuts across the country, not a small budget at all. Thinking of referees, the teams, them different clubs, them forget themselves into it. It's not an easy thing, but we are grateful to Leon and Rock for the big support we then give. It's about $80 million, and that take them to a very, very long verge. And even the SLFA itself, because SLFA instead they get support from abroad, we know that from the FIFA, and they too themselves they may not put something like 1.5 inside there, $1 billion. And so it's going. And we are still engaging. We are with them wherever they are stuck. They can call. We will also go and help out with the negotiation.
And I will see the sudden change of the league in name to
Leon Rock. Yes, because Leon Rock did very, very well. It can serve for help government, because say where government being the sponsor is not small money, and government has a lot of other things to do. So we encourage other houses, corporate houses, to do likewise, and we keeping the youths very much, occupatory. In other words, we don't make the mind that they're going to have other things, like then push them other drugs, because now those are the players that when we get now we're involved in that kind of competition, they are focused, they want to win.
But Minister, another area of concern get to do with the facilities. Over the years, sporting disciplines they don't be the least concerned, say they don't get the required facilities where they need. So how the ministry set for address the issues?
Thank you. You're very much right. As Sidon said, to talk to you, there are people that will be meeting on Monday to talk about how infrastructure and development in sports should go up, should move from this stage. The first thing within our strategic plan is that we want at least every district get a fine playing ground, and not just limited to soccer. It should take on a few other main sports there where we do in this country, because we don't see when problem can there sometimes some field and they where if you want for go do any other sporting activities there, if soccer they on no chance, because it's meant for soccer. It's in fact it is not befitting, because things like athletics then gets the young track.
Of course.
So if you go use the soccer pitch where center you get tough, it's not possible, safe. You're not going to able to forget what you want. Center then can just use the zone for spectators for dual few lanes, and that is not good. It's not technically good. And some of these things affect we athletes, will affect with players. So we are writing out projects in as much that we look up to government for help, and the state house is ready to push us as well. We are working very hard to write more projects. We will bring people then can even if it look like a toll gate we are in, they will come and give us the facilities. They run the facilities for a time and leave it with us. Yes.
So lastly, waiting will be your message and waiting people will expect from you as a minister during your leadership.
Yes, thank you very much. My message to people is that sport is meant for everybody. Being here as a woman, self don't tell you say sport is meant for everybody. It's not only for competition, it's also for fitness. We also have plans for see how much we will make fitness activities and then at various and districts them, so that you after a day you go there and get some fitness and get ready for help out for the work we get for do for the day, or even for your ministry, wherever you find yourself. Because sometimes when we are tired and weak, we can't do much in the ministries. We will finish the work we get for do. And we also want for make we understand, say, sport is expensive. So especially the corporate houses that they talk to now, please. We are dealing with a situation wherein if we don't move out of the basket, we'll stand to starve, and we don't want to continue to starve. So they come up with them kind of principles or policies, like what we can say ranking for and the associations. Then we get criteria we don't get for meat, and we want to give them support so that they will push. So we will not only be looking up to government, we'll be looking up to these people who are business people to help out, because if they come in as corporate help assistance, they will really help for them to push things, because these youth we're talking about here are Sierra Leoneans, and we need to see how we can use their talent, or they themselves benefit from their talent, so that the community will benefit, and even the country as a whole will benefit. So please, I'm taking this opportunity to thank you today. We make it possible. I think you are the very first person to be here. So congratulations too.
Thank you so much.
But that notwithstanding, we want to now all support even the media house, because we go meet to now for sensitize the public to know certain of them sports there when they go on these associations and when they can't explain themselves. And for Nick, we all, get together in it for develop. It's a sector that is important and must be developed for the overall development of the country.
Thank you so much.
Thank you too.